welcome back to the garage. We got, obviously by the title and y'all see it in the background, we got a new project. It's been a while since we had a video out. We've had a lot of stuff going on in the background, trying to get the house done and just some other things going on. And we actually videoed a lot of picking that car up and getting to where it is now. Obviously y'all can see it's turned into quite a big project, but we had a lot of video of it, and some of the files are corrupt when I try to pull them on the computer, so not sure what's going on there. So there'll be a few videos of before the engine came out of it in this video, so y'all just kind of have to bear with me on that. It's gonna be a little out of order and stuff like that, but yeah, we picked up a 2000 Corvette. It's got 78,000 miles on it. It's 6-speed. All my friends so far have dubbed it Dale, obvious reasons. So I guess that's the name we're going to stick with for it. It was actually a guy that I work with had it, and he was like, man, I don't know what's wrong with it. It'll run, but it don't want to stay running. And he's like, it'll just die. You have to keep your foot in it if you're driving it. And I was like, well, I don't really know what's going on. I'm not really an LS guy, but I told him he was wanting to get out from under it, I believe, and I told him, I was like, if you get ready to just get rid of it, sell it, price it to me. And he priced it to me. I ended up buying it. So Ethan went with me and picked it up, so big thanks to him. He's actually helped me pulling the engine on it too, but trying to get the engine out of that thing was an ordeal. Obviously we can't get in the garage right now. We got a lot of the house stuff still in here, but the cherry picker won't reach from the front because the car's so long, and it won't reach from either side either because it's so wide. So what we ended up having to do, me and Ethan had to dangle a chain over it with a tractor and kind of pick it out that way. So big thanks to him for helping me get the engine out of it. But yeah, I'll give y'all a little walk around in the car, kind of show y'all a little bit what there is to show, and we'll get into what's wrong with it. All right, so here it is. I apologize if there's any wind noise, but somebody's put a really nice set of Willwood brakes on it. It's a little rusty right now. It's been sitting here for weeks at this point, but a really nice brake kit on it. Willwood's all the way around. Obviously, number 3's all over it. But I mean, it's pretty clean for a 2000. Obviously, there's crap all on the floorboard. Just have to ignore that. But just your standard C5 stuff, leather seats. It's convertible, obviously, so top folds down. All right, guys, not super sure where we left off with this one, but anyway, we found the issue with the Corvette. We got a few cylinders that are a little low in compression, and we've had one cylinder that something got inside of for sure. And me and Ethan, not Ethan that y'all have seen on the channel before, but another friend of mine, Ethan, he stopped by and we was peeking around an intake, playing around, and we actually found a couple pieces of whatever this is in the intake. I can't really figure out what that is, but there's a little bit smaller piece there. We've seen this one and thought maybe it's a spark plug strap, but this one right here is way too long, so I'm really not sure what this is, but whatever this is has got in there and caused our issue. So anyway, we're going to drain the coolant out of it, get the intake off of it, and start pulling these heads, because either way, with low compression and that in the cylinders, the heads have to come off. So we're gonna get on that, get the coolant out of it, and I'll catch back up with y'all when I get there. Alright guys, so looking, yeah, as y'all can hear right there, I'm racing against the clock here. Had to be outside because we've got a lot of crap in the garage from where we're remodeling the house, so didn't have room to get the car in the garage, but I do have the intake off, and I think y'all be able to see some remnants right there. That's the cylinder that I said something hit the spark plug, and as you can see, there's like little fragments of metal. Looks like aluminum, but it's tossed it back in the intake. But it does. I have confirmed that somebody's had these heads off, because you can, I think y'all can see. You can see somebody's been in here porting these things. Somebody's done a little bit of a port job on them. But I'm gonna at least try to get the passenger side head off, because I don't have to take any accessories off to get it off. Because that right there is gonna definitely put a hurting on getting it both of them off today. But now I see why everybody likes to work on these. This is actually my first LS, and been working on it for maybe 30 minutes, and we're pretty much head bolts away from pulling the passenger side head. So I'll get the head unbolted and pop it off and see how much damage we got. Somebody has put a set of long tubes on it, but one thing I really hate about it is they welded it straight to the collector. Or yeah, straight to the collector. They welded exhaust straight to the collector. So you can't get the headers separate from the car. They have to, either you have to take the whole exhaust out or the headers have to stay. But what we ended up having to do was just drop the exhaust all the way back here to access the torque tube to get it unbolted. If any of y'all have ever tried to do this from the top, it's not fun. It's one of the hardest engine pulls that I've done. Now I know why everybody lifts the body off. But yeah, so what ended up happening, it's actually the first time I've ever seen this. So as you'll see in the opener, the car did run. I cut a donut in my front yard with it. But all 8 pistons are broke. Either ring lands are broke out of them, or where's the real bad one? That's the bad one. That's the worst one. This was the main problem cylinder, obviously. But this is a first for me, is taking apart an engine with all 8 broke pistons, and it still ran. But you also have to take my word for it. I picked up like 6 or 7 of them. All of them's broke. But yeah, so the game plan is I'm gonna finish. I had to end up buying a puller. I couldn't find my pulley puller, so I'm gonna have to get this balancer off. I'm gonna get the front cover off so I can get the camshaft out of it, and I'm gonna flip it over and get the crank out. I'm gonna take it to the local machine shop, and really, honestly, for all 8 broke pistons, the rest of the cylinders look good, except for the problem child, the one with that really bad piston in it. See if I can get some light in there. It has a really deep groove right there, so I'm hoping that one can be sleeved, and I'm hoping the rest of these can be punched 30 over. We'll put a set of 30 over pistons in it and just do a stock rebuild on it. Nothing's crazy. Yeah, that's the game plan. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that balancer pulled off. I'll get the front cover off, and we'll get the crank out of it and check the main bearings out, because honestly, I mean, the rod bearings, they look really, really good. I mean, the car don't have that many miles on it, but yeah, that's the route we're gonna take, guys. So stay tuned, I'll let y'all know. Alright, so we got it apart. As y'all can see, I struggled with the cam a little bit, and the reason for that is I had that pry bar wrapped with that rag so it wouldn't scratch anything, and I had it wedged up in the block against the crank when I was trying to pull the balancer off because it just wanted to spin. Well, I left that in there once I got the balancer off, and as I was pulling the cam out, the cam grabbed it and it tried to drag it between the cam bearing, and that's what made it so tight. But anyway, we're here now. We got the number 3 main. If I can get it loose here, I went ahead and pulled it because it's the one that's got the thrust bearing in it. But as y'all can see, bearing actually looks in really, really good shape, considering, I mean, all the metal that went through it. The crank looks good. It should all polish up. So what I'm gonna do from here is I'm just gonna kind of stop progress here and get it up to the machine shop and see what he says about the block, that one scarred up cylinder, and obviously the head to match that side got banged up a little bit. See if he can fix that, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna get the block back in here, kind of pick everything up, call it a day, get ready to go to the machine shop, try to get up there before he closes today. But anyway, y'all drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of the Corvette, what we should do at this point. It's already got good push rods in it. we're gonna do head studs, I believe, or at least a good ARP bolt. More than likely ARP mains too. So other than that, y'all, I'm open to suggestions. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. It's not gonna make no crazy power or nothing, but I do want it to run good. It's got some sort of a Lunati cam. I looked on the back of the cam. It's got Lunati Racing in it. It's got some numbers kind of printed over another one though. It's kind of hard to read, so I'm gonna try to figure out exactly what cam that is, and I'll let y'all know if y'all are interested. But other than that, y'all, thanks for tuning in. If y'all want to see more LS content, it's coming. We've got to get this thing moving so we can focus our attention back on the black truck. This was kind of a project to make a little money to put more money into the black truck. So y'all stay tuned and let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, like, subscribe, and y'all tune in next time.